There are 2,995 secondary schools in Uganda according to the annual school census 2017. In terms of student population, over 1 million students are enrolled in secondary schools. Almost 9,000 of these students have special learning needs, and yet most secondary schools lack capacity to cater for the educational needs of these learners.
In the beginning, we never had ramps in the school. It was just all around, it was with steps, whether with the physical impaired learners, because we used to think that maybe those people don't need education. Sincerely, they were marginalized.
Since 2017, Cheshire Services Uganda, CSU, through the Girl Education Transition Project, GEC-T, funded by Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office, FCDO has been conducting continuous teacher professional development through center coordinating tutors and other educationists for school teachers aimed at improving the quality of teaching in a gender and disability inclusive classroom setting.
When we started the Girls Education Challenge project, and specifically the second phase, which started in April 2017, our focus was improving learning outcomes, the learning in terms of improving numeracy and literacy achievements. Two, our other outcome was focus on transition, ensuring that the girls transitioned from one level of education to another, but also into employment for those who completed the tertiary education.
When we started this project, 86% of these children were in primary schools. In secondary, we had 12% of them, and only 2 were in vocational training institutions.
Through school-based workshops, we reached over 2,000 teachers in the Greater Kampala. The focus of these workshops included functional assessment, curriculum adaptation, accessible teaching and learning materials, learning assessment, among others, to contribute to the learning process of children with disabilities.
The project kept on engaging the teachers, training teachers on the importance of adapted teaching and learning materials in the education of children with disability.
This program retooled the teachers and administrators in schools on how to handle special needs learners. The way we were perceiving or we were looking at these learners is now totally different.
To achieve these outcomes, we really focused on ensuring improved attendance by the girls, and which I can confidently say all through we registered an average attendance rate of 95%. And why we achieved that mainly was because we really targeted the key factors that pulled the girls out of school. The project provided the transport, tuition, school materials like books and pens.
They worked on accessibility issues like the construction of ramps and walkways in the schools, but they also constructed resource centers and equipped them with furniture, with the computers, with the internet.
As a result, over 1,000 girls with disabilities have been successfully transited to secondary, 329 to tertiary institutions, and only 290 were still in primary school by the end of 2023, while 202 completed their studies.
As we end, only 20% of the girls and boys are in primary. In secondary, we have 60%, actually over 60%, and in vocational, we have about 20%, and we feel this is a great achievement.
And I will state clearly that achieving this, it has been not only working alone, but through our work with different government departments, specifically the Ministry of Education, Department of Special Needs, Kampala Capital City Authority. These have really been very key and focal, and if we are to add it to say it's a lesson, it has been a huge lesson that when you work with these departments, when you work with government offices closely, you'll achieve.